In this video, I'll show you how you can easily transfer digital assets from the Ethereum network onto a Loom dapp chain using gateways. A transfer gateway consists of three main components: one smart contract on the mainnet, another smart contract on the sidechain, and an off-chain oracle that listens to events on both contracts. When an asset is sent to the gateway contract on the mainnet, an event is emitted, which is picked up by the oracle. The oracle then sends a message to the contract on the sidechain, which mints a copy of that asset for use on the sidechain. When you're done using that asset on the sidechain, you can then withdraw that asset, and the process is done in reverse. The first thing you're going to need is the Loom command line executable. You can download it using this command. Next, you can place it wherever you wish. In my case, I put it in user local bin so I can access it globally. Next, we want to download some sample code from Loom's GitHub repository. Once downloaded, we cd into that directory and then use yarn to install dependencies. Let's have a look at the contracts we'll be deploying. The first contract is an ERC20 contract that we'll be deploying to the Rinkeby network. As you can see, it's a simple ERC20, and it will automatically mint 1 billion tokens to the person that has deployed the contract. The second is an ERC721 contract that we'll also be deploying to Rinkeby. The only modification we made is a convenience function for using with Web3. These next two contracts are virtually identical to the first two. The only thing is we have to implement the mint to gateway function in order for it to work on the Loom dapp chain. This allows the gateway running on the dapp chain to mint tokens to itself, then distribute those tokens to the appropriate address. Next, we'll create a private and public key for use on the Loom dapp chain. Once that's created, we can go ahead and deploy. In this case, we're using Loom's testnet, also referred to as extdev. Next, we need to deploy our contracts to Rinkeby, so we need a public and private key for that as well. This repository gives you a handy script to go ahead and do just that. Once you have a new Rinkeby wallet address, you need to go ahead and make sure it has Ether in its account. You can do this by transferring from another Rinkeby account or using the public Rinkeby faucet. The last step before deploying is we need to create an Infura API key. Infura is a public Ethereum node that allows you to run Ethereum transactions without setting up your own node. Go to infura.io to create your own account, create an application, and obtain an API key. Finally, we can deploy to Rinkeby. To go through these examples, you could use the Loom.js library to code it up yourself, but luckily Loom has provided a handy command line utility for doing just that. The first thing we need to do is let the transfer gateway oracle know about the link between the contracts deployed on Rinkeby and the contracts deployed on the Loom dapp chain, as well as the respective wallet accounts. We can do this manually by calling a function on the Loom dapp chain transfer gateway contract with a signed message using our Rinkeby address and the hashes for the contracts we deployed. In this case, we're just going to use the handy command line utility. We can call map contracts for both token and coin, and then map accounts. Next, let's mint some ERC721 tokens on Rinkeby. Now that we have 3 tokens, let's deposit the first one, the transfer gateway. We can check our balances using token balance, the C flag to note the chain we want to work with. First, let's check Ethereum. As you can see, we have 2 tokens on the Rinkeby network. Next, let's check the testnet or extdev. And you can see that we have 1 token on the dapp chain. We can also see that the transfer gateway on Rinkeby is also holding 1 token. Now let's deposit some ERC20 coins. We are automatically issued 1 billion coins, so we can start sending coins right away. When we check our balance on the Ethereum network, we can see we have a little less than 1 billion. When we check the dapp chain, we can see 120. When we check the transfer gateway contract on Rinkeby, we also see 120. Now let's reverse the process and withdraw our token. In this video, I'll show you how you can easily transfer digital assets from the Ethereum network onto a Loom dapp chain using gateways. A transfer gateway consists of 3 main components: one smart contract on the mainnet, another smart contract on the sidechain, and an off-chain oracle that listens to events on both contracts. When an asset is sent to the gateway contract on the mainnet, an event is emitted, which is picked up by the oracle. The oracle then sends a message to the contract on the sidechain, which mints a copy of that asset for use on the sidechain. When you're done using that asset on the sidechain, you can then withdraw that asset and the process is done.